Jack. I am the United States rep to the NATO Cooperative Cyber Defense Center of Excellence, one of the more unique institutions, I believe, here in Tallinn, Estonia. It's my pleasure to be here for, I'll call it 3 winters now, and look forward to talking to you guys about one of the cooler things we do, one of the more hands-on and more unique exercises in the cyber world, and one that you all will have a chance to get involved with should you want to. So bear with me. Okay, first, what is a NATO Center of Excellence? I have to clarify this because I get weird questions all the time. Not to get too deep into the details, but NATO has several commands. There's the Allied Command for Operations, which is probably what you think about when you think of NATO. When we're talking about moving tanks, moving soldiers, moving cyber teams, that is the operational side of things. The NATO Allied Transformation Command is the organization that certifies but does not organize NATO CCDCOE, which is where I work. For us, we have our certification means that we are adhering to their standards. We take requests for services from them sometimes. We help work with NATO, but we mainly produce doctrine, we do training, we provide classes, and we run exercises like lock shields and cross swords. So we are a NATO institution. We're probably not doing what you think of when you think of NATO. I would equate us to something along the lines, but not quite like a NATO-aligned think tank. Does that make sense to everyone? Okay, great. If it doesn't, I didn't hear you, sorry. All right, so there are a bunch of centers of excellence all around North America and Europe. I'm not gonna go read all of these for you, but just so you know, not all centers of excellence are created the same. Some of the ones that are interesting are the Strategic Communications Center of Excellence in Riga, the Energy Security Center of Excellence in Vilnius. Oh boy, senior moment there. Thank you, Kaz. And some of the new one includes the Space Operations Center of Excellence in Toulouse, France. And just an example of how special we are, not all centers of excellence are created the same. We have 39 nations in our NATO certified Center of Excellence. Can someone tell me how many nations are in NATO? 32. So we are so popular and so cool because we live in Estonia, and it's definitely cool here, that we have a lot of non-NATO nations that come join us. They send representatives here, they work with us, we learn to work together, we produce cyber doctrine, and we train together. So that's an important thing that a city like Tallinn can provide the world. Speaking of these 39 nations, here they are on a map. You can see all 32 NATO nations, and of the 7 non-NATO nations, we have Ireland, Austria, I'm gonna forget one, it's gonna kill me, so please don't count. Ireland, Austria, Switzerland, Australia, South Korea, Japan, and of course, Ukraine there. And all working together, all learning together, and all learning to operate with each other. So it's a really cool thing that we have here. And we're not too far away. We have a whole lot of events, including lock shields that I'm about to talk about. We have another exercise called cross swords, which is a little closer held. If you're interested in learning how to do stuff like that, maybe become part of lock shields first, so we get to know you, and then we'll let you into our other cooler exercise, or other really cool exercise, I should say. And of course, we have another event called CyCon, the International Conference on Cyber Conflict, that happens at the end of May. If you're interested in participating, tickets go on sale in March. If you're interested in participating but maybe don't have money for a ticket, or if you're a student, come talk to me afterwards. There are ways to get you in for free. You can volunteer, help run the thing, meet everyone there. It's gonna be a great conference this year. It's gonna be tremendous. All right, so talking about lock shields. It is the world's largest live fire cyber exercise. What does it mean by live fire? It means it's not a hack the box, it's not a scripted exercise. There is a script, there is a plan, but we have real hackers there planning, adjusting to see how people defend. And because now it's 2026, and whereas when I was growing up eons ago, cyber was a cool little thing that us nerds did in the garage or in the computer room of our house, and the rest of the world didn't care, didn't know what we did, now cyber is a part of everything. So to practice a real effective cyber exercise, you need to give it context, because cyber doesn't just happen. Ransomware doesn't just happen, like because someone thinks it's funny, it's because someone needs money. Why does someone need money when they can't get it in some other way that doesn't involve the threat of them getting arrested or extradited? It's because of the geopolitical context of what happens. And so to support that, we've created a whole world for lock shields. and our other exercises too. So I'm the American in the room. I recognize these are some fictional islands. If you don't, then I'd love to talk to you. So this is the UK, this is Ireland. This is the nation of Brillia, always getting invaded by the nation of Crimsonia. These are some islands in the middle there that may have been artificially enlarged to become something they can fight over. There's tons of energy infrastructure there. Up here is another nation of Natoria that's kind of like a NATO nation, a simulated NATO nation. And down here is another nation, Revalia, which is kind of like a Switzerland nation, kind of neutral. So I'll get into why we do that later. We'll do that soon. And now, because of unfortunate events that are happening on this continent, we have felt the need to expand this. So, obviously, these are the nations I just talked about. And over here are some more fictional islands and more fictional nations. And just as we've seen now, not just Europe reaching out to touch other continents, but other continents participating in wars in Europe, both in the cyber and in the physical realm. That's something we simulate because, again, train like you fight, and things are happening in this world. And that is one of the things that makes Lock Shields so unique. Everyone still with me? Am I talking too fast? Really? Oh, wow. First time. Okay. And so just to bring it all home for everyone, we have a nation getting invaded by another. We've got neutral nations. We have nations that are trying to support the nation being invaded. And then we have nations on the other side of the world supporting the invaders and supporting the nation being invaded. And so, of course, again, we don't just do this because it's fun, even though it is really fun. We do it because it gives a logic and it gives a motive to all the cyber actors that we have in our made-up world. So, at the core of Lock Shields, it's always a cyber game. We have technical systems for our poor nation of Brillia that always get attacked and defended every year. We have 40-some nations that participate. Of the 40-some nations, they cram themselves into 17 blue teams. You're in a cyber meetup. Hopefully you just did some math, and of course that means you have more than one nation in every blue team. We are the Cooperative Cyber Defense Center of Excellence. We force different nations to work together. 6 hours later, he'll step up there again. He'll say, Blue Team 4, you forgot to do your patching. You want to know how I know? And then he'll say something that, So, and if you think you're that good, where you can taunt someone to their face, tell them how you're going to get into their systems, and then you can still pwn them, we want you. So, I'll be sitting there. Come talk to me, and if maybe you're not a technical person, like I said, we have the legal game if you're a lawyer, we have the communications game if you're into that kind of stuff, and we have the policy game if you're cyber adjacent and just want to get more into the field. And if you're into management or leadership, we're always looking for new blood all up and down the ladder, so please come talk to me. I want to have the conversation. That's all I have. Any questions?
Applause first.
Oh, yeah, thank you.
Applause first, and then again, any questions stands. Go. There's a microphone.
Thank you for a good presentation. I think last year was also about Lock Shields, and I think Adrian was presenting. I asked a couple of things. I think you're still missing, or maybe you implemented these things. I think two general things. One is general public. Half of the cyber attacks are made to convince general public that government cannot protect itself, basically shock and awe. Do you measure the shock and awe effect by, for example, defacements and DDoSes and these kind of things? And the second thing, I think, is a diplomatic level. So basically, some country attacks another country, there should be like some things on UN level and these kind of things. Are you implemented these, or are you planning, are these things on your table? Yeah.
So first of all, thank you for that great question. I'll recall you back to the AI-powered internet that we have. So like I said, we have an AI-powered internet with Twitter and a Facebook and a YouTube and whatnot. Now, obviously, we don't have a real population that we can cut the power off and turn off the water and whatnot. We have an AI approximation of a population. If you know of a few million people that are willing to be part of our exercise like that for free, let us know. We'll be happy to talk to them. But yes, and so based on that, they'll get all the tracks are linked together. So when Blue Team 4, their little part of Brillia, the country, loses power, I made the joke already once, but like everyone in that state will start tweeting somehow about, oh my God, we lost power, what's happening? Then the attackers in the information space will start tweeting, oh my God, your government sucks, look at you, they can't protect you, why do you support them? Come support us, we're awesome. And it'll be up to the blue team in the information space to counteract the bad campaign and also get the messaging out. So that is part of our communications track, a co-equal track that part of Lock Shields. Now, to the diplomacy, that probably falls into our strategic game, the policy game. There is a bit of diplomacy and national policy in there. Am I out of time?
No, you are, but
okay.
it doesn't matter. No.
But I'm so tremendous, you guys are hanging on every word. Yes. So yes, we do have all that because once again, cyber war does not happen in a vacuum. We need people from all walks of life.
Another applause, please. All right. Thank you so much. Thank you.